Well, welcome back, friends and new friends to Tim Teaches Dog Training and Education. My name is Jean Pam. I'm the trainer here and educator at Team Peaches, and I've been training since 1969, and I have been educating, learning more and more every single day about dogs, behavior, and all sorts of things like that. Here on this channel, I talk about all kinds of things, not just dog training and behaviors and such, but I talk about just about everything that has to do with dogs. So, anyway, today I would like to talk to you a little bit about the fact that I'm going to be getting two new dogs. I already have one right now. His name is Milo. These two dogs are the furry kids of two lovely people who are mother and daughter. And mother and son. And the mom has developed Parkinson's, and therefore they really need to leave the island within the next few days. They were desperately trying to find somebody to take their dogs with no luck. And they came across me on a site because I'm still looking for my dog, Jazzy. Jazzy disappeared, and honestly, I don't feel that she's going to ever return. I think she may have gone to the bridge. A terrible, terrible death with a pig. But anyway, that's another story, and it's not worth me crying over right now. But I do cry at night, hoping that somebody might be able to find her if she is still alive. But anyway, so I that's how I met these lovely folks on this particular site, and I found that the woman Marcy, was desperately trying to find somebody to take her dogs, and so what ended up happening is I responded. I was just so heartbroken over my Jazzy. I went ahead and I contacted the lady. I reached out to her, and I learned a whole lot. And while people were really nasty to me, there were some that were just horrendously nasty, and they were also nasty to Marcy. And anyway, uh, Marcy was one of these people, which I am so grateful for, that could stand up and say, "Hey, you don't know anything." So anyway, I invited Marcy to. Because what happened was is that this one person said that she was going through some stuff, and due to her age, I mean, due to my advanced age, and due to the number of animals and the cost of food, and she named off a bunch of other stuff, um, that adding two more dogs would just be a disaster for everybody, basically. And I'm like, but you don't know anything about me. Okay. And so, anyway, Marcy, bless her soul, she contacted me again. And I said, look, go to Facebook, look up Peach's page. By the way, if you'd ever like to know a little more about us personally and our way of life, go to uh, Hi, I'm Peaches the Pep. And that's on Facebook, and you'll see a whole lot about the way we live, what we do, and just who we are, how I interact with my dogs, and everything on there is written as so that pretty much everything as though the dogs themselves are doing the postings. You may find some of these things humorous. You may go like, "Wow, I didn't know that." And I share the adventures that we go on, the things that we do, interactions we have with one another, all sorts of stuff. And I also invited Marcy to come here on YouTube and see what we do. And so anyway, she did that. She got back with me, and she decided she wanted to meet with me. And so she did. And when she was here approximately 4 hours, I wanted her to stay as long as possible so she could see the truth. You can edit anything on YouTube. You can edit anything. That's how, I mean, after all, that's how movies are made, right? So, and you can add things in if you have the right video equipment and right software and stuff. So you can create something that's totally untrue. Obviously, I don't have that because if you've seen my earlier videos, they don't look so good. But anyway, so what we are doing right here is I wanted her to come over and actually see for herself what she did. And when she left, and I quote, "I've never seen anything like this before in my life. You and your dogs are incredible." Unquote. And then her son came over because the two dogs belong. One belongs to Marcy, and the other one belongs to her son, um, Tom. I mean, I have to use the term "belong" sometimes as an ownership, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So anyway, we turned around and he came over. He saw it. He was totally blown away. Now, the one dog, Milo, which I believe is Marcy's dog. He's a barker. You can't make him stop barking. He barks constantly. What do you guys hear? That's what I thought. Um, I'm going to introduce you to Milo. And he's been here now with me for about 24 hours. I did a very slow introduction, real quick. I'm just repeating what is already in this video. I established a very slow introduction, a slow transition, and he's cool now. Is he totally okay? No. He is a dog with high anxiety, and he's in a different environment now. When I first met him, he was just, all he did was rop, 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 all up in my face. He didn't want anybody to touch. He did the darting, which is never a good sign. I felt really terrible for this poor dog. And I want you to see how he is right now. He did not want me to touch him. He didn't want me to come near him. He was like, get away from me. That was his whole thing. And so I did what I know how to do. And I want to show you right now what the result is. Also, these lovely people had an experience with a well-meaning, positive, purely positive trainer. And let me establish that. Yeah, I am so ugly about purely positive training, but I do know this much. The people who do this are seriously well-meaning. They just don't really know the damage that they're doing. Because, what can I say? Anyway, let's watch the video, and you guys let me know what you think. As always, go ahead, please hit that like button. I need some subscribers, and the more you guys subscribe, the more likely somebody's going to tell me some things that they would like to see. So let's get on with the video, and I really appreciate you guys being here as always. So we'll see you in a little bit. Let me know what you think. So hey everybody, this is Milo. Milo is Sharpei. He is probably some type of one of the pity breeds. He has a lot of anxiety, as you can see, but he is a lot calmer today than he was last night. He is now approaching me. When before he was like, don't get near me. And it's been less than 24 hours so far. He has been able to go outside. He has been in his kennel. He's coming along. I'm quite pleased to say. Milo is about 45 to 50 pounds, and he just needs a lot of TLC, but clear guidance. And this is my personal opinion. As a trainer of dogs that, well, I've worked with for so long, so long. So I would like to share something with you. It's just some crazy stuff here that was given to his mom. I mean, guys, this is what happens with a purely positive trainer. Okay, I've had him here now for almost 24 hours, and he has a huge barking problem. He's not barking. Excuse me. Last night, I didn't have a problem with him barking. He barked a few times, but I told him to settle down and stuff. And he's picking up energy from my dogs. He's picking up energy from me. And that's calm, controlled energy. And yeah, he's still doing the panting, but he's also not freaking out. Overall, he's pretty calm. None of my guys are fighting at the moment. Princey, though, he does like to be a little bit of a bully now and then, and I have to get up and take control of that situation. So I would like to share with you some of the things that this other trainer told these wonderful people about this dog. And her name appears to be, she left a very detailed note, which I appreciate. I mean, I would do the same kind of thing. And forgive my appearance, I need a haircut. And I got up at 5 this morning, which is a norm. There's been a whole lot going on. I've already done 9 loads of laundry. And I've let the dogs out, given everybody water, checked my fish, done a bunch of stuff already. So I haven't had any time to take care of me, but that's nothing unusual. So anyway, as I was saying, she left a very detailed um, notes here about what she was taught. Okay. Um, and let's see, there's something else she also left. I was just like totally blown away with this crazy stuff that. But then again, we are talking about somebody who is a purely positive trainer. And let me let you in on a few things here. Let me share some of the stuff. And I just shook my head when I read this stuff, guys, really. So, from the notes from Amy Colon, I think. Zykline, something like that. Zylkine. Now, Marcy told me that she had a placard, like I have on my vehicle, with her name and phone number or whatever was on it, okay? So she could get contacted. All right, my friends. So I need to turn on the light here so I can see a little bit better. So there we go. It's kind of bright, but I need it so I can see. Okay, so the first thing she says is stress reduction, relaxation exercises, licky mat, a Kong, a mat training, teach to relax on a mat, calm music, classical, enrichment, food, stuffed toys, either separate rooms or tethered with you. Okay, thunder shirt or anxiety wrap. I touch from Google. All right. So a silo for fireworks season. Ask now. Calming supplements. Soliquin or Composure from Amazon. Ask vet about situational meds for vet visit. Muzzle Project. Purina Calming Care Probiotics. 4 to 6 weeks to see change. Pheromone Adapto from Amazon or Pahoa Vet. Prevent high stress episodes. Fence, block trigger, avoid walks. Forgive me, I have never heard more asinine advice in my entire life. He's been here less than 24 hours. Overall, he's pretty calm. He's relaxed. He's not going crazy. We went outside for a walk, folks. I put the prong collar on him. He resisted at first. Guess what? Then he started walking right next to me. He's been at my side ever since. Yeah, you can hear the panting, but he's not barking. He's not acting out. Okay? He's not peeing on anything. He's not chewing up anything. He's not starting fights with anybody. He's not staying stuck inside his kennel. He's okay. And this person, it was all about treats, all about medication. Folks, sorry, that's just not my way of doing things. And to tell you the truth, my way works. Besides loading the dog up on all kinds of useless shit, look at all the money you're spending. What am I doing? Well, let me continue with this long list of information. Things that get rewarded, reinforced, happen more often. Things that do not, go away. Focus on what you want your dog to do versus trying to correct what you don't want. That's definitely purely positive bullshit. Rely on your voice for control versus your leash or hands. I have to look up at the ceiling, folks, because that's purely positive bullshit. Okay, in that case, so say that you're out in public and you have another dog approaching. Unless you already pre-trained your dog with a leash, your hands, maybe a prong collar or whatever, and that dog is reactive, as soon as you see that other dog is going to react. And all your little voice things and your little treats and all that other BS, it's not going to work. I can control my dogs only by my voice. But do I trust them totally not being on a leash? Oh, hell no, I'm not that stupid. Come on, folks, get real. All right, and these purely positive trainers are going to cause these animals to be killed. I'm telling you this. I give a lot of positivity when I'm training. You know, a positive touch, my voice, scratches, you know, belly rubs, all sorts of things like that. I very seldom ever have to rely on treats because it's about the relationship that the dog and I have. You know, I established a relationship of respect and trust to make me worthy of that dog wanting to be with me and do what I want them to do. Think about that. I don't pay off. It's not a payoff. I'm not going to go out and buy a whole bunch of my quote unquote treats to get a dog to do what I want it to do. I do use treats occasionally, depending on what the situation is. But I usually just use my voice and reinforcement through my voice. Belly rub, like I said, a scratch. You know, sometimes we do a little bit of play work. You know, as an incredible at the end of a training session. But overall, how do you know you're not supposed to do something unless you do something and have somebody come in and say, don't do that? They're dogs. Good Lord. Anyway, let me continue with this list. All right, so it goes on to say here, physical and mental exercise are very important. This is true. I agree with that. Socialization is making new experiences positive, not just exposing your dog to new things. That's a yes and no, because in real life, not everything is positive. That new thing that your dog is exposed to could be something very dangerous, and it needs to understand that. That's the way nature works. On, off, yes, no, safe, not safe. A happy thing, not a happy thing. Okay? You are not a dog. Do not try to mimic dog corrections. You do not need to be alpha or dominant. In other words, you don't need to establish a hierarchy. Okay, well, some people honestly believe that. But I'll tell you what. Right now, I have 7 dogs in this room. If I call them, you will see them all come. But they're just kind of off quietly doing their own little thing. All right. But they know when I call, they're to come to me. There is no questioning about it. There is no fiddling around. There's no BSing around. When mom calls, she means it. Simple. When I call, that could be a matter of life and death. If I call, it could be something wonderful like a treat. You know? Anyway, so let's see here. This is just insane. This is purely positive bullshit. Anyway, let me continue here. Let's see. Management is key in preventing and solving behavior problems since practice makes permanent. Clear corrections and consistency makes permanent. Okay. Good diets equal good behavior. No. Good diets make good behavior possible. Good diets make a healthy dog possible. Good diets can make, if they've got good health, probably their brain is working and makes it possible to learn. Capture your dog doing good. Mark the behavior with a good yes after charging these words. That's not the way dogs work. Honestly. You know, if I see them laying down or something, I will use the command word lie. Good lie. Good bad. Good job. That kind of thing. So they make that connection and they begin to learn more and more vocabulary. Sorry, folks. This just irritates me to no end. Okay. So, a physical punishment creates a lack of trust and fear of the owner. Okay, first of all, I'm not an owner. I'm the pack leader. I am the one that protects my pack. I don't own these animals. They're my family. So let me see here. Fear. Let me see. May I show you something? Let me show you something here. My dogs will get their butts kicked if they push me too far. Okay? I have no problem taking my hand and smacking someone on the butt. But this is with my dogs. I wouldn't do that with somebody else's dogs. All right? I have no difficulty taking that leash, popping around their collar, and leading them right off to bed. You're not going to do that. I have no problem if that dog is being particularly stubborn, grabbing him by the collar and leading him wherever I have to lead him. I have no problem taking my knee and pushing that dog out of the way when they're trying to cross over in front of me to go to another animal. Okay? But I guess a lot of people would consider that a physical punishment. May I show you something? Hey, do I have any doggies here? Can I see some doggies? Oh, there's some doggies. Hi, babies. Hi. Honestly, folks, now I want you to see this. Do any of these animals appear to be fearful of me? There's my babies. There's my good babies. Yes. Yes. Even the new one. Look at these. Look at these guys. They're all here. Hey, Chip Peachy. Oh, my good doggies. Good job. Thanks, Guy, for showing up. Oh, you too. I see you. I see everybody. Yes, I do. Oh, my good doggies. Okay, babies. Thank you. Nice job. Good come. Good come. Yes. Good job. Yes. Good come. Good job. So, there you have it. Do those animals look like they fear me? Dogs correct each other all the time by the only means they know how. Physical. They snap, bite, bark, growl. They do all kinds of things to correct one another's behavior. This is just so crazy. Okay. Keep sessions short and fun. 2 to 3 sessions a day. 3 to 10 minutes. 10 minutes is an awful long time to be working with a dog, honestly, for a session. Hey, let's do this. How about if every minute of the day that you spend with your dog, you turn it into some kind of learning, consciously on your part. Have your dog come over and tell them to sit next to you. Give your dog, a hug or whatever's possible for your dog. You just train them to do something, or ongoing training. You want to go for a walk? Great. Grab the leash and whichever type of equipment that you use. Take your dog out and go for a walk go up the block and down the block. And in the meantime, help them stay where they're supposed to be. Not crossing over in front of you, tripping you, leading you five miles ahead. But help them walk quietly next to you. What is that? 3-4 minutes at the most? Teach them as you're going for a walk that when you say okay or go potty or whatever words you want to use, they can break walking next to you and go sniff and go potty. That doesn't take long. Honestly, folks, it doesn't. If you want to push it to 10 minutes, dogs start getting really tired by then. So I never go beyond like 8 minutes. I just don't. It's not okay to do that for me anyway. If you're struggling, stop, take a breath, and come back later. Ask the trainer to shoot. Ask the trainer to troubleshoot. Set your dog up for success, not failure. You have to set your dog up for failure in order for them to learn a success. Yeah. That's how they learn they get it right. When they make a mistake, you go in and you help them, not punish them, but help them understand what they did wrong. Okay, you didn't sit down correctly. Well, let me take your body, put you in the position that I want you to be in. We'll try this again. Good job. All right. God. I just can't stand this stuff. This is so much BS. There's so very little here that is good, workable information. I'm sorry, folks. I mean, I really am. I have 7 dogs in here. Just got a new one yesterday. Tomorrow, I'll be getting another one. And I will be able to show you how my methods work. Oh, by the way, the mom and the dad of these 2 dogs said this was BS too. They took one look at my mom came over and took one look at my dogs, and then she told her son about him, and they were both just like, "Oh my God, I can't believe this," because I know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, I'm swearing a lot in this video, man, you guys, but it's the truth. I mean, look. Do these look like dogs who are fearful at all? Look at them. They're over there playing. I don't know if you can see. Um, are you guys playing over there? Are you guys playing? Are you being good doggies? Huh? You are. Oh, you're playing. Good play. Good play. Yeah. My dogs have a fairly decent vocabulary because I teach them that. I help them understand what the different sounds mean for them. They mean something very different for us. But you heard that? I told them they were doing some good playing, and they went right back to playing. Just like that. I can take them out and say, okay, go sniff. And they'll be sniffing around and all these real great things, but they won't pee. But if I tell them to go walk, they'll go out and they'll find a spot to go pee. You know, all of them are like that. Hi, baby. You're okay. Yeah. Yes. For somebody that didn't want me to touch you, you're just like hanging pretty close. I like this. Yes. I have a good thing to report to your mom. So, Milo's under my desk here. He was asking for some attention. He was being very polite. So, anyway, hey guys, so that's my take on this whole purely positive thing at the moment. I will clarify it a little more later on. But, you know, if you get yourself a purely positive trainer, that's not real training in my opinion, honestly. Dogs need to have clear boundaries. They need to have clear understanding of what's expected out of them. And popping them a treat every damn time you turn around, all that's teaching them is, oh, I do this, I get a treat. You're out of treats, now I don't want to do it. You know, they're not dependable. And the behavior is not dependable, other than the fact that they're going to get treats from you, and guess what? They're going to get overweight. So, anyway, and then a ton of other problems are going to show up when dogs are overweight. That's not the way nature wants us. I'm overweight because I have diabetes, and my system is not working the way it should be. But actually, I am losing weight, though. That's a good thing. Anyway, guys, hey, thanks so much for watching. If you have any thoughts or opinions about today's video, I would really appreciate it. Your input. If you're a purely positive trainer and you want to challenge me on anything I've said, I will be more than happy to make a video with my dogs in action and show you exactly what can be established and done with the proper kind of training. Treats are fine for fun for trick training. Those are great, you know. But if you want some real training, I have a pack. Not one little dog that follows me around. I have a whole pack. I have to establish hierarchy. I have to establish who's in control to keep the peace. Because if not, a dog's natural propensity for somebody's got to be on top. It's going to happen. I have some dogs here that could be potentially extremely aggressive. I've already gone through that with these guys. And you know what? Obviously, everybody lives in peace. And so tomorrow we'll be getting another dog who has the brother of, well, not technical brother, but a family, pack brother of Milo. And we'll see what goes on with that. I'm going to be really happy to share all this with you tomorrow. And I'm sorry this is going on for a little bit. I'm really tired. I've had a really long morning, and I'm kind of stumbling over everything, all my words and everything. So please forgive me. But anyway, I wanted to put that out there. I mean, just crazy. Folks, if you get somebody who is a purely positive trainer, and you have a dog that has some real behavior issues, this is not going to fix it. You know, there's a time and a place for every kind of training. But for people who have real behavior issues with their dogs, usually it's rooted in being unable to properly communicate with your dog and establish who's in charge. Once that happens, your dog will relax. Once all of this happens and the dog can depend on that you mean what you say, they understand what the rules are, the dog begins to relax. They're not human, folks. They're dogs. And if you're not big enough and strong enough to control that dog, why should that dog respect you? Why? Well, guess what? If you're not strong enough to control the dog, you're not strong enough to protect the dog. And that's the way the dog looks at it. And if you're not strong enough to protect me, then I'm going to have to protect myself. And that's a lot of stress on an animal. It really is. And my whole thing is take that stress off my dogs. Give them a chance to heal and just be happy, relaxed animals. Because my job is to protect you as a dog. My job is to take all those burdens off of you as a dog. My job is not to have you take on that responsibility. It's too big for you. You're a dog. Okay, that's not your job. That's my job as pack leader. It's my job to make sure everybody is safe at all times. It's my job to adhere to pack hierarchy. It's my job to be able to let you know that my word, when I say, goes, which means everybody is safe and secure. It's my job to make sure that you provided food, water, and whatever else you need. That's not your job. Your job is to understand the rules. Your job is to relax. Your job is not to have to worry about anything other than being a dog and getting belly rubs and doing things that you enjoy doing. That is within the rules. Anyway, guys, hey, thanks a lot for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Remember, if you don't train them properly, you can't blame them for their rotten behavior. Thanks again, guys. I know it's not the little throw on my usual sign-off, but I'm kind of purely positive pissed right now. So, hey, guys. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time here on Team Peach's Dog Training and Education. You have a great day.